This is Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom, words on leadership, goal setting, productivity, and a whole lot more. I trust that you'll consider this your vitamin or supplement for your mind and your heart. And wherever you listen to podcasts, would you mind subscribing to Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom and leave a rating and a brief written review? It will enable others to be able to locate this podcast. Please spread the word to all of your friends. On today's Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom, I want to ask a question, and how do we get from where we are today to where we would desire to be in the future? And it's basically how to live today and prepare for tomorrow. Meaning, how do I go on about living and doing and caring for my responsibilities today? But how do I improve myself and get better so that I can have an impact for the tomorrows that may be mine? Well, as you know, I love lists, and I've come up with 10 things. I've gotten them from a collection of folks. They're not all of them original with me. But let's begin with how to live today. How should I live my life today and live in such a way today that I'm preparing for whatever goals, dreams, and visions I have for the future? The first thing I'm going to start with is do the right thing, and do the right thing always. You have to have a value system, and not only do you have to have a value system, you must live by your value system. Whatever are the things that you say, this is what drives you, this is what makes you who you are, then you must live in that manner. So do the right thing. Do the right thing even if you have to be uncomfortable. Even if you'd want to do the easy thing. Listen, don't do the easy thing, always do the right thing. Now, there are often times when the right thing is an easy thing to do, especially when it has become a habit of your life. But every day, make up your mind you're going to do the right thing. The second thing that I would say in how you live today and get yourself prepared for your tomorrows is love unconditionally. Now, most of us have no difficulty loving those who love us and even loving those that like us. We love those that are related to us. We love those that we are in relationship with. But every one of us have folks in our lives that are a challenge. I think they are put there for a reason, to help us stretch and grow, and they become a learning laboratory of love. Do we really believe in loving unconditionally? Loving unconditionally simply means I'm not in this relationship, or I'm not loving this person by what I'm going to receive in return, but rather I am loving them because that is the nature of how I live. I learn to love. Now, I understand that if you love people, you are opening yourself up to having your heart broken. But let me ask you this question, my friend. Don't we get our heart broken regardless of how we live? So if that in fact is the case, and I believe that it is, then the way we should live is to live lives of love. So the second is love unconditionally, not just those that can help you, not just those that can do something for me, but to love because I am going to be today a loving person, and by loving people unconditionally, it prepares me for all of my tomorrows. The third thing is, I got this from Hal Elrod. Expect the best and accept the rest. Quit going through life waiting for the other shoe to fall, waiting to see who's going to disappoint me next, who's going to let me down, who's going to fail me. Quit it. Expect that if people say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. Expect that your children, expect that your spouse, just expect that your friends, your boss, your co-workers, your neighbors, your pastor, your teacher, that they're going to do the best, that this outcome will have a positive result. And of course, as you know, not everything in life is going to work that way. And it's not always going to turn out for the best. Not every situation or circumstance turns out for the best. When that is your reality, just accept it and move on. Don't allow it to make you become an embittered person or you have a jaundiced eye towards anyone, or say, well, that's just how life is. If you want to learn how to live a positive life today that's making a difference, getting yourself prepared to reach your goals and your dreams in the future, you not only have to do the right thing and love unconditionally, just go through life today expecting that the best is going to happen. And if by an outside chance it doesn't, just accept what's happened and move on. The fourth thing that I would say on how to live today and prepare for tomorrow is to have an attitude of gratitude. Go through life thankful, realizing that even the breath we are breathing right now is a free gift and we should offer gratitude. If you have your health, be thankful. Many do not. If you are gainfully employed or you're an entrepreneur, be thankful that you live in a place and you are in a position to make a difference, to be able to provide for yourself and to be able to provide for your family. Stop and give thanks. Give thanks for the smallest things. It seems to me if we don't learn to offer thanksgiving for the little gifts of life, we have a tendency not to offer thanks for the overwhelmingly large gifts of life. The difference that an attitude makes, we already know how huge and how important our attitude is. But what would happen if you just became a grateful person? Grateful for life, grateful for the opportunities, grateful for your family, grateful for your job, grateful for your family. Now, you can be grateful even when everything that I just described is not perfect and everyone does not align up with everything you would like for them to do. You can still show forth an attitude of gratitude. The next thing that I would say that is key to live today and get prepared for tomorrow is to dream big. Don't limit yourself to small, mediocre dreams. Have a big dream. And if you don't have one today, ask God to give you a big dream of how you, yes, you can make a difference. But you've got to dream big. Don't be satisfied with the status quo. Just decide, I'm going to live today, but it's not going to steal my joy or rob me of dreams. I'm going to dream big. I'm going to have a big dream of what God can do in my life, in my tomorrows, and I want to make a difference. Listen, it's not going to cost any more. It's not going to burn your brain up thinking about it. Just have a wonderful, sanctified imagination and start dreaming big. Now, the next thing in how you must live today and take care of the responsibilities you have today, but to get yourself prepared for the future is take the first step. You want to lose weight? Take the first step. Go to the gym, start moving, cut out bad things out of your diet. Just take the first step. You want to get out of debt? Stop charging things on credit cards. Start with the debt snowball and start putting extra cash into alleviating that first credit card bill. You want to get the training for a new job? Take the class. Get online. Start filling out applications. You see, we have to marry our dreams and our actions or nothing will happen. You can dream big, but if you don't begin to put feet and activity and action to them, it very quickly, one's dream evolves into nothing more than a daydream. How to live today and get ready for the tomorrow is you have to start taking the first step. The next item in how you must live today and get prepared for tomorrow is be accountable and be accountable to your word. If you say you're going to do something, if you say you're going to do such and this and that, then hold yourself accountable. I was a little late to the game in getting a really strong accountability group, and through something that I was involved with, I have 3 accountability partners who live in different parts of the country. They're not members of my church. They never knew me until we got into this group. We are all different. We all have different vocations, and we all have different kinds of dreams and aspirations. You don't have to be like-minded. You don't even have to really have known the person before. But we have a conference call every Saturday morning, and whichever one of the four of us are available, we are available. So I want to give a shout out to Abram and to Vince and to Ed and thank them. They have helped me immensely, because there comes a portion of that telephone call in which we say, here's what we're going to commit to doing this next week. And I know that next Saturday I'm going to have to give an account of my word, of what I said I was going to do. Accountability really is the key to moving forward and to living your life today and preparing for tomorrow. The eighth rather, is sort of like that. And that's surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Now, not everyone you hang out with is like-minded. Not everyone you hang out sees the world as you see it, and that's fine. But find some people who have big dreams. Find some people who have some goals and are goal-oriented. Find some folks who are indeed trying to make a difference in their world and hang out with them. Just by listening to them talk helps you immensely in coming up with ideas and plans and things for you to help you move ahead with your dream. The ninth thing that I would say in how to live today and prepare for tomorrow is create consistent progress. I keep a bullet journal, and there are certain activities that I believe are going to move me forward with my goals. One of the hardest things in reaching goals, it's easy to declare a big, audacious goal, and there's nothing wrong with that. The harder part is, how do I break that down daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and so forth? And that is, you have to take consistent actions. And things began to happen in my life when I discovered what are the habits and what are the actions that are going to help me to attain my goal. And so rather than just tracking my goal, I track those actions and those activities, and I keep a record of it in a habit tracker, in a bullet journal. And what happens is, as you create consistent activity, it creates a consistent progress toward your goal. How to live today is, you can only do what you can do today. But if the Lord gives you enough todays, and you take consistent action, and you do the things that are going to move you forward, you're preparing for a much better tomorrow. So do what you can to create consistent progress. The last one that I want to discuss is practice generosity. It's a secret of God's woven into the fabric of the world, that those who get places in life, and I don't mean people who are successful, the people who are most content with where they are, the people that folks look up to, are people who practice generosity. They see a need and they are able to fill it. They try to meet that need. Many times someone is struggling, they are generous not only with their financial resources, but they're generous with their time. If someone needs a nudge and needs some help, they are generous with saying, let me tell you what happened in my life and how I was able to move through that. They practice generosity and being a shoulder for someone to cry on, to hold someone's hand who's going through a dark valley. Just make up your mind as you live today and are preparing for your tomorrows is, I'm going to live a generous life. I'm going to be generous with all of the things that have been given to me in my life. I want to practice generosity. My friends, these are just a few of the ways of how you can live today and get prepared to live tomorrow. You've been listening to Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom, words on leadership, goal setting, productivity, and a whole lot more. I trust that you will consider this as a vitamin or a mineral for your mind and heart today. And however you receive and listen to podcasts, please subscribe to Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom and leave a rating and a brief written review. Remember, my friends, let's live positive, proactive lives today. And if we do enough of the right things today and all of the todays we live, we are preparing for a bright future and an even better tomorrow. This is Dr. Ron saying to you, leader, you are doing better than you think you are. And until next time, have a great and blessed day.